Hey everybody, coming to you live as I have quite a few things to speak to you about today. I've literally just finished a client call this morning and this might ring true for quite a few of you, which is why I wanted to share the metaphor of what's just happened. You see, sometimes life within our comfort zone is where we feel we want to be. Even though we can see straight outside, it's like we're living in a glass box. And the glass box, it might have all of your mod cons, it might have people, it might have things, it might have a whole bunch of creature comforts. Yet the life that you truly want is happening outside of that box. And so I want to know what you're doing today to step yourself outside of that comfort box. And if you're not willing to step outside of the comfort box, what's keeping you stuck? And the metaphor that I like to use the most in this situation is this. If you're attached to your past, if you're attached to your comfort zone, how are you going to know what's outside? How do you know that the glass that you're looking through is an illusion or not? How do you even know that the glass is there? Until you learn to climb to the top and look over, how do you know what is possible for you in your future outside of the comfort zone? And if you think about what happens to a bunch of scorpions that are all stuck inside a Hessian bag, what happens? They're all crawling all over each other, right? But they're quite happy to do that because that's all that they know. So here they are. They're all crawling over each other inside the Hessian bag. And then one day, one of them decides that there's something different that they want. And the Hessian bag, all of a sudden, it's open and there's something new. And there's this cold breeze that's getting on them. And a lot of them are like, oh, we've got to stay together in this ball over here. Because if we stay in the ball, then we'll always stay in the same spot. And that's what we know and that's what's safe. And then there's this one that wants to start crawling out over the Hessian bag. But what happens is this big ball of all the rest of them starts to bring them back in. And they go back in and they're like, oh yeah, it's quite comfortable. Yeah, I'll stay in here. It's a bit warmer. That cold breeze from out there is coming to get me. Oh, I don't really want to go out there. And then they get that feeling, that thought that happens again. And they're like, there's something outside there. And that one scorpion decides to get up and out of the Hessian bag. All the meanwhile, everything else in its past is still doing this. It's still staying in its comfort zone. So it's completely up to you. Do you get up and go out there? Or do you stay in amongst the chaos that is so-called your comfort zone? And if this has resonated, leave me a comment with what part resonates the most with you. And what action will you take today? It's really, really important that you take action. Don't just sit there and go, oh, that's a really cool story. Do something about it. There's something inside of you that's burning away that if you don't act on it, it's going to burn out. So light the flame, go further, take a step today, and let me know what step you're going to take. Speak to you soon.